The Prioress Tale, from Chaucer. Written in 1801 by William Wordsworth. O Lord, our Lord! How wondrously, quoth she, thy name in this large world is spread abroad. For not alone by men of dignity thy worship is performed, and precious Lord, but by the mouths of children, gracious God. Thy goodness is set forth, they when they lie upon the breast thy name do glorify. Wherefore in praise, the worthiest that I may, Jesu, of thee, and the white lily flower which did thee bear, and is a maid for aye, to tell a story I will use my power, not that I may increase her honour's dower, for she herself is honour, and the root of goodness, next her Son, our soul's best boot. O mother maid! O maid and mother free! O bush unburnt, burning in Moses' sight, that thou didst ravish from the deity, through humbleness, the spirit that did alight upon thy heart, whence, through that glory's might, conceived was the Father's sapience, help me to tell it in thy reverence. Lady, thy goodness, thy magnificence, thy virtue, and thy great humility, surpass all science and all utterance, for sometimes, Lady, ere men pray to thee thou goest before in thy benignity, the like to us vouchsafing of thy prayer, to be our guide unto thy Son so dear. My knowledge is so weak, O blissful Queen, to tell abroad thy mighty worthiness, that I the weight of it may not sustain, but as a child of 12 months old or less, that laboureth his language to express, even so fare I, and therefore, I thee pray, guide thou my song which I of thee shall say. There was in Asia, in a mighty town, 'mong Christian folk, a street where Jews might be, assigned to them and given them for their own by a great lord, for gain and usury, hateful to Christ and to his company, and through this street who list might ride and wend, free was it, and unbarred at either end. A little school of Christian people stood down at the farther end, in which there were a nest of children come of Christian blood, that learned in that school from year to year such sort of doctrine as men used there, that is to say, to sing and read also, as little children in their childhood do. Among these children was a widow's son, a little scholar, scarcely 7 years old, who day by day unto this school hath gone, and eke, when he the image did behold of Jesu's mother, as he had been told, this child was wont to kneel adown and say of Marie, as he goeth by the way. This widow thus her little son hath taught our blissful Lady, Jesu's mother dear, to worship I, and he forgat it not, for simple infant hath a ready ear. Sweet is the holiness of youth, and hence, calling to mind this matter when I may, Saint Nicholas in my presence standeth I, for he so young to Christ did reverence. This little child, while in the school he sate his primer conning with an earnest cheer, the whilst the rest their anthem book repeat the Alma Redemptoris did he hear, and as he durst he drew him near and near, and hearkened to the words and to the note, till the first verse he learned it all by rote. This Latin knew he nothing what it said, for he too tender was of age to know, but to his comrade he repaired, and prayed that he the meaning of this song would show, and unto him declare why men sing so, this oftentimes that he might be at ease, this child did him beseech on his bare knees. His schoolfellow, who elder was than he, answered him thus, this song, I have heard say, was fashioned for our blissful Lady free, her to salute, and also her to pray to be our help upon our dying day. If there is more in this, I know it not, song do I learn, small grammar I have got. And is this song fashioned in reverence of Jesu's mother? Said this innocent, now, certes, I will use my diligence to con it all ere Christmas tide be spent, although I for my primer shall be shent, and shall be beaten 3 times in an hour, Our Lady I will praise with all my power. His schoolfellow, whom he had so besought, as they went homeward taught him privily, and then he sang it well and fearlessly, from word to word according to the note. Twice in a day it passed through his throat, homeward and schoolward whensoe'er he went, on Jesu's mother fixed was his intent. Through all the jury, this before said I, this little child, as he came to and fro, full merrily then would he sing and cry, O Alma Redemptoris. High and low, the sweetness of Christ's mother pierced so his heart, that her to praise, to her to pray, he cannot stop his singing by the way. The serpent, Satan, our first foe, that hath his wasp's nest in Jew's heart, upswelled, O woe, O Hebrew people. Said he in his wrath, is it an honest thing? Shall this be so? That such a boy where'er he lists shall go in your despite, and sing his hymns and saws, which is against the reverence of our laws. From that day forward have the Jews conspired out of the world this innocent to chase, and to this end a homicide they hired, that in an alley had a privy place, and, as the child gan to the school to pace, this cruel Jew him seized, and held him fast and cut his throat, and in a pit him cast. I say that him into a pit they threw, a loathsome pit, whence noisome scents exhale, O cursed folk! Away, ye Herods new! What may your ill intentions you avail? Murder will out, certes it will not fail, no, that the honor of high God may spread, the blood cries out on your accursed deed. O martyr stablished in virginity! Now mayst thou sing for I before the throne, following the Lamb celestial, quoth she, of which the great evangelist, Saint John, in Patmos wrote, who saith of them that go before the Lamb singing continually, that never fleshly woman they did know. Now this poor widow waiteth all that night after her little child, and he came not, for which, by earliest glimpse of morning light, with face all pale with dread and busy thought, she at the school and elsewhere him hath sought until thus far she learned, that he had been in the Jews' street, and there he last was seen. With mother's pity in her breast enclosed she goeth, as she were half out of her mind, to every place wherein she hath supposed by likelihood her little son to find, and ever on Christ's mother meek and kind she cried, till to the jury she was brought, and him among the accursed Jews she sought. She asketh, and she piteously doth pray to every Jew that dwelleth in that place to tell her if her child had passed that way. They all said nay, but Jesu of his grace gave to her thought, that in a little space she for her son in that same spot did cry where he was cast into a pit hard by. O thou great God that dost perform thy Lord by mouths of innocence, lo! Hear thy might, this gem of chastity, this emerald, and eke of martyrdom this ruby bright, there, where with mangled throat he lay upright, the Alma Redemptoris gan to sing, so loud, that with his voice the place did ring. The Christian folk that through the jury went come to the spot in wonder at the thing, and hastily they for the provost sent, immediately he came, not tarrying, and praiseth Christ that is our heavenly King, and eke his mother, honor of mankind, which done he bade that they the Jews should bind. This child with piteous lamentation then was taken up, singing his song alway, and with procession great and pomp of men to the next abbey him they bear away, his mother swooning by the body lay, and scarcely could the people that were near remove this second Rachel from the bier. Torment and shameful death to every one this provost, doth for those bad Jews prepare that of this murder wist, and that anon, such wickedness his judgments cannot spare, who will do evil, evil shall he bear, them therefore with wild horses did he draw, and after that he hung them by the law. Upon his bier this innocent doth lie before the altar while the mass doth last. The abbot with his convent's company then sped themselves to bury him full fast, and, when they holy water on him cast, yet spake this child when sprinkled was the water, and sang, O Alma Redemptoris Mater. This abbot, for he was a holy man, as all monks are, or surely ought to be, in supplication to the child began thus saying, O dear child, I summon thee in virtue of the Holy Trinity, tell me the cause why thou dost sing this hymn, since that thy throat is cut, as it doth seem. My throat is cut unto the bone, I trow, said this young child, and by the law of kind I should have died, yea many hours ago, but Jesus Christ, as in the books ye find, will let his glory last, and be in mind, and, for the worship of his mother dear, yet may I sing O Alma, loud and clear. This well of mercy, Jesu's mother sweet, after my knowledge I have loved alway, and in the hour when I my death did meet to me she came, and thus to me did say, Thou in thy dying sing this holy lay, as ye have heard, and soon as I had sung methought she laid a grain upon my tongue. Wherefore I sing, nor can from song refrain, in honor of that blissful maiden free, till from my tongue off taken is the grain, and after that thus said she unto me, My little child, then will I come for thee soon as the grain from off thy tongue they take, be not dismayed, I will not thee forsake. This holy monk, this abbot, him mean I, touched then his tongue, and took away the grain, and he gave up the ghost full peacefully, and, when the abbot had this wonder seen, his salt tears trickled down like showers of rain, and on his face he dropped upon the ground, and still he lay as if he had been bound. Eke the whole convent on the pavement lay, weeping and praising Jesu's mother dear, and after that they rose, and took their way, and lifted up this martyr from the bier, and in a tomb of precious marble clear enclosed his uncorrupted body sweet. Where'er he be, God grant us him to meet. Young Hugh of Lincoln, in like sort laid low by cursed views, thing well and widely known, for it was done a little while ago. Pray also thou for us, while here we tarry weak sinful folk, that God, with pitying eye, in mercy would his mercy multiply on us, for reverence of his mother Mary.